What if I told you you're not broken, but just the energies inside of you, your masculine and your feminine energy, are fighting with each other? And until these two energies learn to love each other and become stable, you'll become a whole spiritual being with both masculine and feminine. And remember, this is true divine union. The stability you'll feel in your life will be out of this world. Hi, my name is Noxie, and I'm here to guide you and help you integrate your shadow self, your inner child, and everything spiritual. Today we're going to talk about something that most people don't realize: the balance and the divine union, the sacred union of your masculine and feminine energy. This is the relationship within yourself that determines how you show up in the world, how you receive, how you make decisions, how you move, how you heal, and just you becoming a whole person. Let me ask you something. When was the last time your feminine felt safe? And also, when was the last time your masculine energy felt trusted? So I'm going to break it down, understanding the feminine. The feminine in you pretty much has the aspects of creativity, softness, receiving energy, in emotional, slow, nurturing energy, mystical. She sees beyond the surface. She whispers to your spirit, to your soul. A lot of decisions come from the feminine energy, the softness, intuition. She feels the truth before your mind can explain it. But when wounded, this energy is reactive. So you get energies of anxiousness, insecurity, people pleasing, undefined, lost, overwhelmed, disconnected from intuition. Your creativity suffers. You don't feel like creating. You don't feel like doing a lot of things that bring joy. And that is so deep. So when your feminine collapses, she's not protected. We're also going to talk about the masculine energy. So the masculine in you is disciplined, is structured, is logical, directional, decisive, action-oriented, protective, and grounded. So he holds the energy. He has the container to hold the feminine energy. He creates safety, routine, peace, forward motion. And when this energy is wounded, he becomes cold, avoidant, controlling, harsh, relentless, just shutting down everything and everyone around them. Disconnected from emotions. When your masculine collapses, he is not trusted. So why do these energies go to war inside of you? That push and pull. You want to do something, but then you can't do something. This means your energies are out of balance, okay? So most people pick a side based off pain. If you learned emotions weren't safe, you abandon the feminine energy. So you see a lot of dismissive people, you see a lot of uncreative people, unintuitive people. You probably attract takers. There's so much that goes into this. If you learned you could not rely on anyone, you abandon the masculine energy. And the masculine and the feminine is like push and pull. It's a dance, a delicate dance. But we'll get to how you can balance these energies. If you grew up in chaos, you're masculine, overworked. If you grew up unseen, your feminine hides herself. And I can relate to this one a lot. I grew up not doing things, not dressing the way I want. And so I hid myself a lot. But we're here. We did the shadow work. We did the inner work, the inner child work. I know it's a lot, but trust me, these things are beneficial to you as a person. The war inside you is not spiritual failure. It's your trauma speaking. That confusion. I noticed while I was doing this work, I was very confused, very anxious, undecisive, and a lot of these energies were tipping the scale. So either I was in full feminine energy or I was in full masculine energy. And I never had a balance because I didn't understand my trauma. And this is why I believe therapy is so important to identify these things. And not only therapy, spiritual healers are so important. I'm talking Reiki, I'm talking the spiritual medicines, ayahuasca, bufo, combo. I did everything. And 10 years later, I'm here now and I feel very balanced. So there is hope. And hopefully you can see this and relate to yourself and write down what energies are unbalanced. So for a lot of people, they don't understand that union. And I hear this word a lot, divine union, sacred union, all these things. All what this is talking about is you, divine union within yourself, not a random person outside of you. Remember, everything starts from within. So I'm going to tell you how this energy looks like. And remember, inner union is not perfect. You're not going to check off boxes to achieve this. It's sometimes you have to face the shadow. Other times you have to face your inner child. And we'll get to it, but it's a partnership. It's definitely a partnership. At times you'll be irritated with yourself. At times you'll be so happy and joyous. But it also includes calm confidence, intuitive direction, clarity, consistency without force, softness without collapse. Oh, discipline without punishment, rest without guilt, action without anxiety. And your feminine energy speaks out and says, I desire, which is so beautiful. And when your masculine responds, it will say, I will make this possible. That is true union within. So once inner union, divine union is achieved, these are a few things that happen. It's such a beautiful energy. And quite frankly, it's probably the highest frequency. You're probably getting closer to your higher self. And when these two parts are in synergy and so beautiful. I feel excited talking about this. But anyway, what happens is you stop chasing relationships. All these titles, lover girl, twin flame, soulmate, all that doesn't matter once you have union within. You stop begging for validation. Everything you do is for self. You stop overworking to feel worthy. You stop putting, you just feel like, you know what? I'm just going to do my normal shift. I'm not going to do overtime because you understand you're giving your body rest without feeling guilt. You stop abandoning yourself to keep the peace. And this kind of touches in on karmic relationships, twin flames, all these things. These relationships create a dynamic where you have to face your trauma, your karma, all these things. But once you do that by yourself, all these relationships fade away into the background. You stop confusing chaos for passion. And I know a lot of people have gone through this. You pick a partner because of lust, of just like you feel the butterflies, not realizing that the butterflies are your body signals saying that this person is not right. You start overthinking and compromising your life for someone, but that's a sign that this person is not right for you. You choose what is right for you, not what is familiar. Do you hear that? You choose what is right for you, not what is familiar. And this goes back into loops. You choosing something familiar is you re-entering a loop, which also people name as curses, generational curses, and all these things. But don't choose what's familiar. But once that inner union, the inner union is within you, you want new things, just like a new car, a new home, just like a vacation to a different country. You always want something new. Actually, you'll always desire something new. And you become magnetic, your creativity opens, your discipline strengthens, and you just simply trust yourself. Like no one can come left field and tell you anything negative because you'll transmute that energy, because your masculine will protect you and your feminine will be balanced and soft. Okay, so you need to stop chasing or stop needing someone to complete you, because no one can ever complete you. You complete yourself and go on that journey. And I promise you, the end is always amazing. It's glorious. When you're finally home, you'll truly be present. And that's an energy that there's no amount of drugs, there's no amount of people, there's no amount of anything that can overcome that feeling of truly being one with yourself. Full on inner union. So I want to give you practical ways to achieve and start inner union. Remember, I kind of mentioned that therapy is a really good source, and pick a therapist that you're connected with. All right. Look for spiritual healers, Reiki healing, sound healing, whatever you're comfortable with. And so I'll give you simple ways to start with the feminine energy. Ask yourself, journal it, and think, what do I feel? What do I want? And what hurts? And truly listen to yourself. Truly and fully listen to yourself with no judgment. All right. And so with the masculine energy, you have to respond with action, right? So if you're a woman and you're not at a place where you look good or feel good, so you have to use this masculine energy. One small thing, one small action. So for example, it could be buying yourself earrings. Start with that. That's what the masculine energy is for, okay? So the masculine will respond to action, and you're going to hear these, you're going to ask yourself, how can I support this? And what step can I take to achieve this? All right? And be gracious to yourself. Don't be violent. Don't be harsh. It's been years of you living in trauma. So you need to try to calm down and be non-judgmental to yourself. All right? Stop abandoning your needs. And I know this is really, really out there, but if you want a Lamborghini, work towards getting it. Who cares what anyone says? That's your desire. So you see how the feminine desires the Lamborghini, right? So your masculine energy is going to calculate and compute how do we get this Lamborghini. And that's the union you want. I'll use a simpler example. I want to earn 100K a month. Sit with it, see how you feel. Remember, that's the feminine request. The feminine wants 100K a month. So now the masculine will respond and say, how do we get there? All right? And be gentle with yourself. Don't force yourself beyond your capacity, because remember, it's steps. I know the examples I gave were a bit out there, but hey, there's people who do have that dream and wants to achieve that. So remember, the masculine protects, the feminine communicates. Any desire you have is your feminine. Any boundaries, setting setting structure, routines is masculine energy, okay? Remember, the masculine moves, the feminine desires, okay? So honor yourself and listen to yourself and start with one goal, all right? Remember, inner union is your soulmate. You are the soulmate you've been waiting for. Not someone outside, not some person in Jupiter. And the reason I'm saying this is because people think their soulmates are outside of themselves. Yet the whole time, it's you, okay? And I would recommend, if you do have these thought processes, start doing shadow work journals, inner work journals. Those help a lot because they give you a full view of how you think and see the world. All right? Honor your feminine, trust your masculine, and watch your entire reality shift. So we're coming towards the end of this video. If this message helped you, like, comment, and subscribe, and join me on my other platforms, Substack, Snapchat, and TikTok, for deeper channeled messages and teachings with spiritual integration. So I hope you do take these practices and journal and write them down. And remember, I love you and you will get there. All right, I love you, yellow butterflies.